Jon is one of the. I mean, I think he's the best UFC fighter alive, and probably the person I wanted to spar with the most on the planet. Right? I've just luckily I've trained with some of the best people for years. I mean, from Maurice Smith, sparring with him when he was UFC heavyweight champion, and I mean Josh Barnett, Gokhan Saki, some of my favorite people. Remy Bojaski, if somebody's a nerd into it like me, Michael Bisping, all that. Like, it's always been a chance to test myself, or just train and just kind of exchange knowledge. Because for me, it's more than just, it's not a sport to me.
Well, he walks around as a heavyweight.
Oh, so he cuts weight.
Yeah. Jon is.
Well,
Yeah. Jon, I think he'll run through that division pretty easily. I mean, his wrestling skill set, I don't know if there's many people in the heavyweight ranks that can match that. So even he walks around, like me at say 235. That's already heavyweight. He doesn't have to cut weight. He should be pretty damn healthy with it. If he wraps somebody up, they got problems.
He's normally walking around as a heavyweight. He's 6'4",
right. And you're about what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'1.5", 6'2".
Yes, yeah. Same.
Yeah, basically.
So he's a little taller than you, about the same weight, but he also has these ridiculous arms and legs.
He's got the
that are like just
he's got the reach of a 7-footer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got these mutantly long arms. And legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, either this is nothing or I'm gonna kill somebody.
Exactly.
Right? And there's something about that's why you don't see very many UFC fighters. You don't hear about them getting in bar fights. I mean,
he's not the best ones, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If you go to the top of the
Jones.
heap. Well, Jon is this is the thing. It's like I'm not making excuses for anybody's behavior, but I am saying that the best of the best are wild. They're risk takers.
No, I agree. Like Lawrence Taylor.
Yes.
Like they're crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you have to be like Mike Tyson. I think you have to be that goddamn good. There's like a level of good, like Hickson was never like an out of control guy in that regard. And there's a lot of jiu-jitsu guys that are not out of control guys, but they're the best of the best. But there's some fighters that like the thing that propels them is this like wildness. That they have this ability to like in the moment take great risks and also be very creative in the moment and do wild things. And sometimes that is the difference between the very best and the elite. Like Jon Jones has had some fucking close fights, man. This Alexander Gustafsson fight, that shit went to the wire.
Well, the first one.
Yes, the second one he destroyed. But the first one he literally wasn't training. Literally was not training.
That's crazy.
Was not training.
Imagine being that confident. Where you're like, I'm not even going to train for this.
There's a lot of psychology behind it, and he was actually telling me, he was admitting it, that there was fights where he would go out and party hard, like get really fucked up the week before the fight. And he said, I think I did it because I had a built-in excuse. So that if I beat them, or, I beat them, I can beat these motherfuckers even if I'm partying. But if he loses, he goes, yeah, but I was partying. So he kind of proved that with the Gustafsson fight. Right? He won the fight, and he won the fight in the 5th round, too, by the way. The 5th round, he poured it on Gustafsson when he wasn't even in shape, and he wasn't even training. That's how good Jon Jones is.
Yeah, I love watching him fight.
Bro, there's that division, you got to realize, that division is super ultra competitive, right? Unless Jon Jones is in the mix. Then it's not competitive.
Yeah.
Jon Jones dominates everybody. The most fun fighters to watch are the wildest dudes in real life.
They're willing to take risks. They're more risk takers.
That's a big part of it, right? Yeah. I try to explain that to someone about Jon Jones in the opening seconds of the first round against Shogun. Jon, I think, was 22, right? When he won the title? 22, okay? Only been fighting with UFC for a short amount of time. Opens the fight with a flying knee on a legend.
Oh,
yeah. On a legend.
You gotta have some balls.
Just balls.
You gotta have some balls.
Opening seconds of the fight.
But at the same time, you don't have no fear of the takedown.
Well, he wasn't afraid of takedowns, and also he was very proficient at striking. He was he just has like one of the best fight IQs ever.
But he's not a good striker.
But it doesn't matter. He's enough. He's
Yes.
enough to get on top of you
It's
and
his
smash you.
length.
It's not that
he knows how to use it well.
He uses it very well.
Yes.
It's not like he's a glory kickboxing champion.
Yes.
But if he wanted to be, he could be.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so?
Guys that are that
Yeah,
good at
he
MMA,
probably could.
that fucking dude can do anything. He's just got a very specific and lethal style. You cannot question the Jon
So,
Jones style.
so listen, you're trying to say those guys fighting
saying-
another guy his size, length, and reach, like an Alistair or the guy who
Alistair
beat
Overeem?
Alistair, the guy who beat Alistair for the K1 belt. Big,
oh,
tall guy.
Badr Hari.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
guys. You're trying to say he's gonna beat those guys? That's a different level
It's
of
different
striking.
level. Different level, but he could be if he started out when they did. He could do
Okay,
anything.
if he started
That's what
out,
I'm
no,
saying.
no,
I'm not saying he can do
okay.
it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
That's
What I'm
what I'm
saying
saying.
is, a guy who gets that good, he could be that good at fucking tennis. He could be that good at anything he wants. Jon Jones never lost.
Yeah.
You always have to remember that. They took that win away from him
Yeah.
in the Matt Hamill fight,
Yeah.
but he was putting a
Destroyed
ferocious beat down on that guy. There is in no way that is a loss. And it's one of the dumbest rules ever because it's the downward elbow rule, which is the dumbest fucking rule. It's not even a harder elbow than a regular elbow. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
I've seen people say it's almost like getting stomped and you shouldn't. I feel like wise people who I really respect say that. They say it should be illegal. I'm like, wow.
I don't want to take anything
But you
from
get
Jon.
soccer
What
kick.
I'm saying is, like, I see he's very creative. I think this was dope about him. Like, he created from the takedown to the elbow up. You know,
Yeah.
those type of things just makes him where you didn't expect that.
Yep. Yeah, he
You
did a
know?
lot of that
That's what
too.
makes him so dope. I don't
He
think
just-
it's more so like he does a great jab or he's great at 1-2. Like he just
an amazing
long
fighter.
legs and he can kick you, can use those legs and his reach, but it's nothing really technical that I feel like. That's all I'm saying in terms of that.
He was an eager student. You know, Jon just wanted to learn. Very big imagination. You know, he would, you know, after training, he'd be one of those guys who would just sit and just, you know, play around and kind of just, you know, try out different moves, like just, you know, like these different, you know, conceptual moves. You know, things that you may never pull off, but he would do those things over and over again, things that people wouldn't expect. Very big imagination. Very eager to be the guy. You know, I remember we went out one time and he's like, "Oh man, what is it like to have, you know, people come up to you and want to take pictures?" And I'm like, "One day you'll find out." You know, it's
So super ambitious.
very ambitious.
Curious.
Very-
Was he
yeah.
humble?
Yeah, he was humble. He was
But
humble,
confident.
But confident, very
Okay.
confident.
So he had swagger even coming in.
What we're doing, we're doing wrestling. We were doing wrestling. And I used to take everybody down, and I went with him for the first time, and I'm like, all right, I'll go, and he took me down, and I was like,
First time.
and I was like, oh man.
Well,
So I was
I mean,
like,
he's been
okay.
wrestling his brothers his whole life.
Yeah, two NFL players,
Yeah,
two big guys, and he's the
Yeah.
skinniest in the
Yeah.
family. Yeah, he was 6'4", 170 in junior year.
Yeah, he's got a freaky dimension that kind of adds to, you know, his athleticism and what he's able to do in the octagon.
I'm gonna tell you something about Jon Jones. What I noticed about him, and I noticed it too late after I fought him. His mind, it's his mind. His mind is really strong. When I fought Jon Jones, I honestly underestimated him because I was in really good shape and I didn't have any injuries. The little knee injury that wasn't that bad back then, but I've never lost a fight in that good of a shape. I was in Colorado training, and I was training there for a couple of months. My cardio was mint. I was in probably like one of the best shapes I've ever been, and I was just like, there's no way I'm losing to this kid. But his mind is so strong.
Yeah, he has no weakness. Like
Yeah.
no matter how the fight's going,
He
didn't
didn't
there's-
falter.
There's no quit ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And like he's so strong mentally. Like when he fought Ryan Bader or Gustafsson, he barely trained. Like Gustafsson, it was a 5-round war. He barely trained for that fight.
Like-
but he goes in the fight believing that he's the best in the world.
But here's the thing.
Some people believe in the power of the mind, like being mentally strong. Some people believe in it, and if you tell yourself something and you really believe in it, and you have no doubt, you can do it. And that's how Jon.
Well, it's great for Jon because he wants to let everybody know, hey, I'm the best motherfucker on the planet.
But we
if
know
this
this.
yeah, but he wants to let everybody know. Like when there's a card that's about someone. I mean, he's active now, right? Jon Jones got momentum now. Think about where he's at right now. He's in his 30s, right? Long ass fucking career as champion, as the best ever.
Correct.
He's on a run right now. That's what I think. I think they took it away from him for all those months when he tested positive. That long suspension, all that time off. all money that he should have made, all the legacy that he could have laid down, and I think he's just fucking chasing it.
I'm all about it, 100% all about it.